Let's address the elephant in the room. I said ex-husband. Who cheated? He beat you between the washer and the dryer. He kicked the dog. What are you fucking talking about? You guys are fucking slur that I shouldn't be saying. If there's 365 days in a year, I've cried for 300 of them. Yeah, I gave up everything, and then the universe took everything I had left. Feels stupid as a baby crying in the store. Fuck that baby. I'm gonna take my sandal that's right here on my throat issue, guys. You're pissing me off. So for all these people being like, you married him for a green card. Fuck you, you dumb bitch. Sorry. No, fuck you. That's the shit. You just need to get socked. What happened to gentlemen? What happened to men like being so kind? Does that exist? Sit on it, bounce on it. Sorry, that's too far. Welcome to No Shame with Nicholas James. I'm Nicholas James, obviously. Don't be a freak. This is overwhelming. I didn't even finish the intro. I'm supposed to say, what am I supposed to say? I wrote it down because I'm so stressed. And I'm just a brown guy who says out loud what you're afraid to say right now. Okay, great. Guys, I'm really stressed about this. Hi. It's also hair wash day. If you are a visual listener, don't piss me off. Okay? My hair looks greasy as hell. It needs to be washed. Don't. I'm going to get there. I'm just after this. Okay? Where have you been, Nicholas? Well... Oh, if you're new here, okay, I don't know. You're just going to have to fall in line, okay? It's not that serious. It actually is that serious. Guys, you guys like my little cards? Again, if you're a visual watcher listener, they say, no shame with Nicholas James. Not me having to read it. Shut up. I think we should just get into the meat and potatoes. I'm really hungry, okay? I went to the gym. This is going to be bad because I used to have my ex-husband, we'll get into that, to reel me in when I would like get kind of off track, but we don't have one of those anymore. Right. So good luck carrying on. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're on this ride together. It's kind of against your will. I did kidnap you. Yeah, my name's Nicholas. I'm doing a solo podcast now. It was kind of always the plan, but then, right, like I was married. Ooh, awkward. So I was like, we should do one together. He was like, totally. He didn't say it like that. Whatever, shut up. So we did that for like 3-4 years. I don't know. It was kind of lengthy. We did it for a time. We were together for 8 years, which is kind of like crazy. So, I mean, let's address the elephant in the room. I said ex-husband. Yeah, so I mean, I don't really know how to like properly address this because it's kind of none of your business. But I understand the curiosity. Okay, if you see my toes out, I swear to God, I don't have socks on. I'm like, should I have put socks on? Whatever. Free of toes for the first episode, everybody. So it's been a hot minute, though, since we have split up. We did the podcast together for a long time, and he had said to me, like, well, you obviously have to continue. And I was like, well, I'm not going to continue with the same name. That's so awkward. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, hey, it's the Emazai's podcast, but there's just one Emazai here. The other one, well, and he's like, so supportive. He's like, you're meant obviously to just yap. Like, obviously my job is social media, his is not. He just was along for the ride. Whatever he wanted to do or whatever he was comfortable with, I was happy with. Like, I never forced him on camera, never did any of that stuff. Like, whatever he wanted to be in, he would be in, right? Like, so we'd take huge breaks from the podcast, or like he'd be in some TikToks and then he wouldn't be in some TikToks for like months. And it's just whatever he was comfortable with. So we decided not to carry on with the podcast together. But yeah, he was like, obviously you have to keep doing this. Like, you're meant for this. This is your job. And like, I agree. He's not incorrect. I'm meant to yap. It's my sole purpose in life is to not shut up. So all of my teachers, are you listening? You should be. All of the teachers who kicked me out because I talked too much at class and wrote on my report cards. Sorry, I'm like really salivary. On my report cards, if Nicholas put in the effort into his school career that he does into his social career, he will be successful. Well, guess what, bitch? Look who's doing something. I don't know. Okay, I'm just here. Basically, we're not together. And all is well in our lives, though. I didn't know how to come back to do this. I always know how to come back. I didn't know how to come back in a way that felt like authentic because I didn't want it to feel like I was erasing him. The reason all the podcasts are still up on my channel is because he said leave them up. In this whole process of breaking up, I've just kind of been like, whatever you want me to do, let me know. I will do whatever makes you feel comfortable. And so, yeah, he was like, leave everything up. Why would you delete everything? I mean, I agree. We had so many good memories and we literally just, specifically for the podcast, wanted to just talk shit. That's all we want to do. We have these conversations all day. So we wanted to just share them. And we had the perspective of I'm a brown gay immigrant with, I don't know, many problems, but we'll get into those as time goes on. And we were an interracial couple, you know, and Edmund's black. I almost said was. He's not, and surprise! And he's gay as well, and he's very masculine, and I'm whatever this is. I don't know what this is, okay? This is something else. God damn. Yeah, and we just wanted to like give our perspectives and our opinions. It's not that deep. We just wanted to have fun, talk shit, have some real conversations, and just give our perspectives on things, you know? Ultimately, we just wanted to make people laugh. So that's why all of the content is still up. And people think it's like we're faking this. And I'm like, you think, are you? Don't piss me off, I swear to God. Or when people say like, but you're laughing online, you're handling this so well, you're doing whatever. If there's 365, that's how many? Ooh, if there's 365 days in a year, I've cried for 300 of them. You know what I mean? So I'm doing the best that I could cry now. No. We're not going to do that. I've cried so much on the internet. It's so embarrassing. We're going to just reel that in. I'm doing the best that I can. And it's been a long time. Like when we told the internet, which felt so like dystopian. Is that the word? Like it felt stupid. No one knew about our relationship. We didn't post these. You know what? Let's get into the first thing. Okay. Because I have a segment called Don't Piss Me Off. It's actually an amazing segment. I'm very proud of myself for this. What was I supposed to talk about in the intro? We're going to bounce back and forth because it's my show. Don't. So I have a segment called Don't Piss Me Off. And it's where I express something that's been pissing me off. Okay. But then also on my Instagram, both of them will be linked below, the show Instagram and then my personal Instagram. It's where you can write in every single week. Like I have a thing on my story of things that piss you off. And I'm just here to validate you. I'm quite literally just here to be like, yeah, fuck that bitch. And it could be a baby crying in the store. Fuck that baby. You know what I mean? So that's really what that is. But we're going to get into my Don't Piss Me Off first because that's what this topic is. Edmund hasn't been on my social media. Like my ex hasn't been on my social media for a bit now. We still live together. We have a lease, right? We're trying to pick our lives up in a way that is like smart for us. We don't hate each other. We have a lot of love for each other. We're just not in love, right? And so we're navigating as roommates. But we still live together because we have a lease. Have you ever tried to pay to break a lease? A long-term lease at that? Yeah, they don't like that. They don't like that. They're saying, give me your manjans. Give me the manjans. So, fuck no. We sat down like, all right, we're going to plan out what we want our futures to be like apart. But we're going to like make active steps to get there. Save a lot of money because like we both want new cars. Both of our cars in this hiatus from being on here, our cars have broken the fuck down. Okay, we're hanging on by threads. My transmission is screaming, help me. We still live together, so whatever. Anyway, shut up. He came home in the middle of me live streaming. Like I was doing a cooking stream and people were like, hello? So you're not broken up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, then you just kind of have to like keep relitigating like we are. And then they're like, well, you're lying because you guys are laughing together. And I'm like, we don't fucking hate each other. You guys just found out a few months ago, 2 months ago, this isn't new to us. What we've been going through isn't new to us. It's new to you. You know, we needed a little time before we presented it to the internet, what I was saying was feels stupid as fuck. Like it feels dumb as shit to have to get on the internet and be like, we're getting a divorce because it's no one's fucking business. However, I will say I understand the curiosity because if I see somebody get a divorce or a breakup, bitch, let me know. What did you do? Who cheated? Did he beat your ass? He sent you he beat you between the washer and the dryer? He kicked the dog. Yep, he ate your toaster strudel. Which, by the way, why is toaster strudel so expensive in America? Anyway, that is crazy. But yeah, so it just feels weird to have to like explain things to people, but we don't. We just say like, we're doing our best, really is I think the right answer. And I don't take back sharing him with the internet because again, this is my job and like we lived together. We were together for 8 years. We weren't a TikTok couple. People are like, oh, you were just a social media couple. Like, what are you fucking talking about? You guys are fucking an R-word slur that I shouldn't be saying. That's what, like, you piss me off. So, like, actually piss me off. When people say that, like, it just it makes me emotional. Woo. It just invalidates the fact that we were together for 4 years before you met us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, a TikTok couple. TikTok didn't exist when we met. Like, what are we talking about? Like, actually, what are we talking about? You guys are, sorry. Well, there it goes. I understand wanting to know, but it pisses me off when I'm like, yeah, we would never share the ins and outs of our relationship because we never did. That's what people I think don't understand. It's like, well, you put it online. We didn't. What do you know about us as a couple, as an actual couple? What do you know about us? You know what our first date story was like because we told the first date story. You don't know one argument we've ever had. You don't know our families. You don't know his parents, siblings. You don't know my parents, my siblings. You don't know anything about our lives. You don't know who my best friends are. You don't know those things, right? And it's like you can see me and him for 1 minute a day. Well, me and him together for 2 minutes in a week. You know what I mean? And think you know, or you deserve to know about like the ins and outs of our relationship, but you don't, you know? People are like, well, why don't you just say, like, in what world would we get on here and put that information out after the fact? For what? All that would do is like hurt another person. We already were hurting in this whole year that we were going through this. And so like we're healing and we're in a much better place as roommates and as friends than we were together. So it's like, why would we put that out now? And it pisses me off when people feel like we owe them that. The reason that we said it online, well, actually, so here's the fucking tea. People will be like, well, why did you announce a divorce? And I'm like, I don't think, one, he said to do it. I was just going to pretend this never happened. He was just going to disappear into the void and we were just going to move on and pretend all this never happened because, like, again, in my head, it was none of your business. You know what I mean? What I was going through. He was like, no, you need to do it because it also will feel like kind of like a Band-Aid in a way because people are going to ask questions. And that obviously announcing it still makes people ask questions. I deleted our highlights off my Instagram. I was getting DMs constantly. What happened to the highlights? What's going on with you and Edmund? I announced that we weren't doing the podcast anymore. People, boom. Why? Did something happen? Like, you know, so it's like you're damned if you do. How do you say? You're damned if you do. You're damned if you. You're fucking damned. Okay, don't. I swear, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna take my sandal that's right here. I'm gonna throw it at you guys. You're pissing me off. You're in a position where if you say you're divorced, everyone's like, why are you sharing it? Blah 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 blah. They want to know. If you don't do it, and then they just naturally see that he's no longer in content. People are asking me, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And it's like, almost like, do you just say it? And it's like, fuck it, I don't have to address it anymore. But somehow people can still keep asking. I don't know. There is no right way to go about this. There isn't. My mouth's really dry. Hold on, I need water. I have my emotional support water bottle with me. There's no right way to go about this, you know? So whatever. So that's my don't piss me off. That's where I am in life, you know? There was some other things I wanted to talk about though. Yes. Be careful when you ask the universe for things. Why do I say that? Because when I moved here to the US a few years ago, I moved to be with my husband. We had already been together for 6 years. We had already been married for 3. So for all these people being like, you married him for a green card, it's actually like not how that works. Wow, what a long game I was playing, right? Fuck you, you dumb bitch. Sorry. No, fuck you. Because we tried to get him to Canada. And then it didn't go that way. And now then I came here, like, you bitches don't know what you're talking about. And that's the shit. You bitches need to get stopped. But be careful when you ask what you ask the universe. Because I moved here 2 years ago. And when I moved here, I gave up my career. I gave up a lot. You know what I mean? Of my life. I gave up being around friends and family. I gave up everything to move here to be with him. And I knew that that was the right choice. And I asked the universe, I said, please, like, give me a new life. I'm ready for a new life. Oh my God, I'm going to cry again. I'm ready for, no. You won't do this to me. The thing is, I don't say these things out loud. Like, I just feel them, right? So it's hard. Bitch, this is crazy. But I said, I'm ready for a new life. Little did I know that the universe was like, you should have been more specific, because it killed my dog and killed my marriage. I gave up my career. I did. But I still miss like parts of teaching and stuff. Yeah, I gave up everything. And then the universe took everything I had left. Ooh, I'm going to cry. It's all perspective, right? Like, this is not good. I thought this was going to be like a funny part. It's all perspective, because you can sit and be like, I lost everything. Or you can be like, the universe was making space for a new life. I don't know. Be right back. Okay, I had a little cry. I'm still going to cry, but you know, like, it's not easy. I'm very grateful for my life. I mean, like, still in this, I am grateful. Like, I call my parents almost every day. I have friends who check on me. I'm very optimistic. For those who know, I'm a very spiritual person. I don't talk about it because it's no one's business. I always joke and I'm like, I meditate 3 times a day because I do. I take extremely good care of like my body physically and like mentally, spiritually. Like I'm very, like it's very important to me. And I know people have seen me like through a lot. Like I don't want to cry. I feel like I don't want to cry, not because I don't want to cry. I just want to be able to talk. I've like shared so much of my life, right? Like online, like not my relationship, but like my life, things that I've been through, all of this. But I've always like shared it like after the fact because like I wanted to like either heal from it so I could properly articulate what I was going through or went through. This is a hard era in my life, but I'm extremely grateful. Like I have the career of my dreams. Like I dreamed of this when I was a kid. I didn't know like social media didn't exist, right? I was born in 1991. We had MySpace. Oh God. We had MySpace and Tumblr. YouTube started and I'd see YouTubers and like I was a teenager and I was like, oh, what a dream that would be to be able to do that. And like that wasn't a career. People didn't have they weren't making money when I was that young. It was just something I always wished I could do. And now it's my life. This is my job and I'm so grateful. I have such an amazing community. So it's like I'm grateful for that. My life is amazing. Family's amazing. I have all of that. I am super optimistic. I learned so much through my relationship with Edmund. 8 years is a long time. I've changed so much. He said, like, you are not the person that I met. And I'm like, I'm not. But like in the best way. He met me at a time in my life where like I was a rough person. He helped me grow and he helped me change and all of those things. And I love who I am. I am so confident in who I am. While this is kind of like the hardest era of my life, I'm very resilient. He's said, a lot of my friends have said, like, my mom always says, like, you always get through it. And I do. We're trying to help each other through this as well, because it's like a transitional period for both of us. We never imagined this would be our lives. You know, there's days where he's depressed in bed and I'm like, I walk into the bedroom and I'm like, get the fuck up. Get up. And I'll rip the blanket off him, like, get up and get out. You have to go outside. You have to feel the sun. This is always how I've lived. If you're going to be depressed, you're going to be depressed inside the house or you're going to be depressed outside the house. Go be depressed doing something you love. Go be depressed doing something, whatever, because it's going to help. It's going to change how you feel. So with all of everything going on, like, I'm in a great place. I am. I wouldn't have been able to make this in the last few months because I was going through it, to say the least. But with that being said, be careful what you ask the universe. Be specific. I just feel sometimes like I'm on an island. Like I feel like that's the best way to describe it, is like I feel like I'm on an island. Because when I moved here, right, like all my friends and family were his. Yeah, I can call mine, but I can't see mine. Most people know I'm super introverted. Like, yeah, I'm this loud person online. I am so scared in public. I don't talk to anyone. If I talk to someone, I develop like full rash on my neck. Like it's crazy. I'm not social, but I'm super social if I'm comfortable. When you break up, like they're his friends and I love them, but it's like at the end of the day, they have his best interest and like, it's like, fuck me. You know what I mean? And like, I get that because there's loyalty and I understand that. But so then on this side, it's like, oh shit, like you feel like you're on an island. Like you don't have any friends. You have no family. My support system was Steven, my dog. We're not going to talk about it though. He saw me through a lot of really hard parts of my life. And I don't have him for like the hardest part. So it's like crazy, right? But yeah, people have been asking like, am I going to stay here in like the US? I paid a lot of goddamn fucking money to be here. Don't piss me off. People are like, oh, so you're going to go back to Canada? Hello? Dude, I gave up my life. I don't have a life there. Yeah, I have friends and family, but like, what are you talking about? I gave up everything to be here. I paid over 10 grand in lawyer's fees. I paid for everything, the green card, everything. I paid for everything. I did all that to be here. I didn't marry someone so he could do it all for. I didn't do that. I did it all. Paid with the tariffs, the fucking goddamn tariffs, so much damn money to import my car here. I should have just got a new car for the cost that it cost to import it. You know what I mean? I did so much to be here. I have to give it a shot. I've also, with that being said, moved a lot in my life. Like when I was 19 or 20, like I moved 5 hours away from home. And then I moved 4 hours away from that. And then I moved to a new country. Like I don't have like, I don't know how do you say, like, it's not permanence, but like, I don't have attachment to places. So like, yeah, I lived in Toronto for 10 years. I don't miss it at all. I don't miss my hometown. I don't miss like the schools I went to. Like none of that brings me like nostalgia. Like I don't care. Some might say it's the autism. I don't know. It's not up for debate. We don't even talk about it. But yeah, I just don't have like attachment to places. It's just not something that I have. I'm just going to give it a shot. You know, if this place doesn't work for me, then I'm going to go somewhere else. I don't know. Like, I go wherever my life takes me. That's something that I've always done. The town, I was born in a very little town. There was nothing for me there. My parents knew it. There was nothing for me there. They dropped me off 5 hours away in a big city where I could make something of myself. I had an amazing career. I'm so grateful for everything I experienced in Toronto. Though I don't miss Toronto, that's where it called me. I was ready to settle down my life. So I moved 4 hours away from that. And while I don't miss that place, I love what I was able to accomplish there. And then I was ready for a new era of my life. So I moved here. Like, I'm very like wherever the universe takes me. I keep saying that, but like, I'm such a believer that the universe takes and brings people into your life at the right time. What I needed when I met Edmund was Edmund. I was going through a lot. I needed somebody so patient with me and like to help me figure out who I was going to be as a person. I was growing. I was changing so much. And like the universe knew that. And then the world went to shit. COVID happened, blah, blah, blah. And I had Steven, my dog. And like, I needed that. I battled the craziest depression of my life with Steve by my side. He I don't want to cry. He made me get out of bed. I had to get out of bed. I had to do that. I had to not drink. I had to do things to take care of myself because I had to take care of Steven. He was a rescue dog. You guys know, like I rescued him and I couldn't give up on him. Don't cry. Okay, we're moving on from Steve. We can't talk about him. Every time I talk about him, I die. Yeah, and it's like, and I know in the next partner that I have, it's going to be because that's what I need. And that's the person that I need. I know what I want, but the universe always has my back. And I know it does. And so, no crying, no crying, no crying, no crying, no crying. Yeah, I'm just really excited. With that being said, like about, can I go blow my nose? Hold on. Okay, sorry. With that being said, I'm really excited about this era of my life. It's so crazy because I don't want anything to change. I love my job. I love who I'm becoming as a person. I just want to grow everything that I have, do it better. Oh my God, I'm like spitting, guys. This is disgusting. Ew, are you watching? Being like, you disgusting little rat. I just want everything I have and more. That's what I really feel. I don't, or sorry, what the fuck am I trying to say? Shut up, bitch. Don't piss me off. Are you guys following along? I hope so. I don't know where I'm going with this. This is going to be a bitch to edit. Fuck it. I'm not even edit it. Bitch, you're going to get me raw. I love my life. Oh, right. What I want and blah, 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 blah. I don't have a life that I feel like I need a vacation from. And I'm really grateful for that. I have the career I like. I'm surrounded by people. The community that I built online through this has been insane. I always have said like my superpower is sharing. Like I don't have shame, which is why it's called No Shame with Nicholas James. I don't have shame. Nothing I've been through, I'm embarrassed by. Nothing. And I've said some crazy stories on here that you guys know. Some crazy things that my mom is embarrassed by, but I'm not. I think with every story that you share and every phase of life you go through, you're not the only one. Like at the end of the day, you're not special. Sorry to break it to you, bitch, but you're not special. Everybody has gone through it something similar to you. Is that what I'm trying to say? No. What am I saying? You're not special because somebody has always gone through what you've gone through. Yeah. Like, you're not the first one. You're never the first one. And if you are, fuck off, bitch. Don't piss me off. Divorce is so common. I didn't know. I was going through this for so long, everything I was going through alone. For a long time, I didn't tell anybody, just my parents. When I just finally was like, hey guys, like, this is what I'm going through, like on my Instagram story, I was like flooded with people being like, all right, so like, I've been through divorce, or I'm going through divorce, or I'm contemplating divorce. People, when Scoob passed, the amount of, that one was really hard. Those messages were really hard to read just because like that shit fucked me up, bro. Nope, because we can't talk about it, I'm gonna cry. But the community, and I think that's so special, like anything I've talked about, when I talk about like what it's like being brown, I love the community that I get. I talked about what it's like moving here to the US and having to explain to people, like people will be like, oh, what are you? So I'm like, well, I'm from Canada. My dad's Trinidadian. My mom's white. She's from Canada. And she's like European, German, all this stuff. And then they'll be like, no, but what are you? And I'm like, and they mean your race. And I'm like, oh. And I'll be like, well, yeah, my dad's Indian, Caribbean. And they'll be like, but you're not black. And I'm like, you're correct. I said Indian. And it's just interesting. Like I talked about that, what that's like being here as a brown immigrant, which is even scarier in the US. And the community that comes from that. And it's just like a beautiful thing. I think that is my gift, is to create communities where people feel seen, because it does heal you in a way when you're talking about what you're going through and other people either relate or they feel seen or they've gone through it and they can be like, this is what I did. You need to go out and do this. You gotta, because not everything's linear. Not everything works for everybody, but it definitely helps when someone's like, me too, you know? I'm very grateful for the community. I'm grateful for my career. I'm grateful for whomever comes into my life, I just want more. I love what I do. I just want more. I feel like I've sacrificed, rightfully so, because when you get in a marriage and a partnership, it's not about just you. You make sacrifices. You do things in with that person in your conscious mind. Is that the words? Because it's a partnership. What the fuck? Don't be selfish in a relationship. You know what I mean? And like, I'm open to meeting new people and developing relationships and taking what I know now into my next relationship and stuff. But it's like crazy to think that like for the first time in 8 years, I like can just do what I want and not be like, well, what do you want? What do you think? You know, I don't know. It's very weird. It's a very weird thing because it's like, that's for you guys. Did you smell it? Smells like hamburgers. It's like a blessing to be able to take somebody else's, like a partner's opinion and a partner's perspective into consideration when you're making choices. But it's also a hindrance in ways. And it's like, so it's, I don't know, it's weird because you like battle back and forth. Like, am I grateful? Am I not? Can I be both? Like, it's confusing. The whole thing's fucking confusing. I'm not gonna lie. This whole thing is the most confusing thing in the whole fucking world. Oh my God. Every day's different, but I'm talking to people. I'm meeting people. I'm excited. I'm annoyed as fuck, though. Let me tell you why. Don't piss me off. We're not going to get to the last segment. I'm sorry. We're not. We just have to talk about this. This is just an intro. It's an intro. It's an intro. It's whatever I want it to be because it's my fucking podcast, bitch. All right. Because the listeners don't know that I just gave you fucking cut eye. But just if you're listening, just know I gave you fucking cut eye, bitch. Okay. I had a gym crush, right? He comes up to me, or no, he's like, come here. So I can't like ignore him. So he's like, come here, right? I'm like, oh my God, I'm like shaking. I'm so nervous. He's talking to me, whatever. What does he say? We could have some fun. We could hook up. I saw your OnlyFans. I was like, oh my God. Like instant crush death of it. Like, what happened to gentlemen? What happened to men like being so kind? Like, you know what I mean? Does that exist? I know it exists because there are people who are very nice that I'm speaking to. But still, like, who raised you? You fucking freaky frog. I would just never, like, even if I saw someone and I was like, damn, I want to sit on it, bounce on it. Sorry, that's too far. That's too far. I would just like never, I'd be like, hi, my name's Nicholas. You know what I mean? Like, at least say your fucking name. Why do I have to be like, what's your name? Should I get into your don't piss me offs? Okay, we're gonna get into your don't piss me offs. Okay, so normally I would go into a hot topic. Like, I do have one, but we're not gonna talk about it today because I feel like I just needed to like talk about the whole like relationship thing and what I've been going through. And I'm sure I'll talk about that more like as time goes on because like, you know, it is a process. Well, it's never fucking ending. But normally we would have a thing and it is called Hot Mic Cold Truths. Tammy from my, I would say Twitch family, but it's like literally she's on every thing I do. Like, I'm so grateful for her. Every platform. Love you, Tammy. She named this segment. When I was on Twitch, I was like, guys, I need segment names. Like, I need help with naming segments. And so she said Hot Mic Cold Truths. And I love that. It's like when there's just a topic, whether it's like media, whatever, just something that I want to rant about. Boom. We will get into that next week. That's usually what will happen right after the Don't Piss Me Offs. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do Don't Piss Me Offs. And then we also have a final segment in the show. It's called Help a Hoe. It's where I help a hoe. You. Are you a hoe? Do you need help? Let me help you. Hoe, where you can write in to I prefer the podcast Instagram. It's just No Shame with Nicholas James. It'll be linked below. And you can just DM it and write anything. It can be any advice you want, any question you have for me. If you just have a question for me. You know what I mean? Like, it can be anything. But like, I like advice. I like talking and giving my opinion. I prefer when you ask because then it's solicited, because whether you want it or not, I will give it. But do you guys think my little cactuses? Aren't they so cute? Anyway, sorry. Sexy. Where's the Don't Piss Me Offs? Okay, we're going to get into this and then we're going to end the fucking show, okay? I asked you guys on Instagram, what was pissing you off this week? Guess what someone said? Liana, I love you. This is Liana. I just know Liana personally, so I know it's her. She says, this dude at a concert swaying back and forth, blocking my view with his gargantuan head. And here's the thing. Fuck him. Get your big fat funky head. Get that big fucking skull. Get that big Frankenstein fucking skull out of the way. I hate that shit. There should be at concerts a beeper. Oh, is your head this size? Get out. You're built like that? Get out. That's problematic, isn't it? Well, at the end of the day, I'm here to validate your opinion. So fuck him and his fat ass head. Okay. You spent your money to go to a concert. You're just a little girl. You're just a little girl. Just a little girl. A group of little girls who went to go see the concert. And now you can't see the concert because his fat ass fucking dome is in the way. You should have dead-legged him. Punched him in the back of the head. Fucking built like the fucking Kool-Aid man. Don't piss me off. I swear to God. By the way, that's what this whole thing is. I'm just here to like literally validate your feelings and your opinions. So when you write in a Don't Piss Me Off, I'm not here to give you advice. That's for the fucking help a hoe. I'm just here to be like, yeah, fuck that guy. This one felt personal. Someone said, I'm over people. 100% for me. me, shut up, bitch. I'm going to read that again because I made a verbal typo. I'm over people 100%. Fuck off. I got to do it again. I'm over people 100% from me, but breadcrumbs from them because of their past. Oh, fuck your past. I hate that shit. Be independent. Be independent. Okay? We all go through shit. I hate that shit. When someone's like, oh, well, I went through this. So they like treat you like shit in return, or they give you nothing in return. What you went through is what you went through. How you treat people moving forward is a result of your past, but it is on you to take ownership of that and then do better. Yeah, bitch. A big thing that I always say is reciprocate energy. If someone is giving you 50%, give them 50%. Someone's giving you 100%, give your 100%. Always start with your 100%. But if you start to realize that they are giving you nothing, give them nothing. Move on. Fuck you, bitch. You don't deserve my time. Hello? Time is money. Honey, don't piss me off. I swear to God, I hate bitches like that. People who are literally like doing the bare minimum and then you go and you reciprocate that. You do what they did to you and then they're mad. Oh, I will smack the fuck out of you. I've smacked bitches for less. So what now? Thank you for writing into the Don't Piss Me Off. So you can always write in and tell me what pisses you off at No Shame with Nicholas James. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for episode 1. This isn't the typical format that we'll have. Next week's episode will be the actual like regular format. But I'm very excited. This has been a very cool experience. I'm excited to do this and just yip yap about everything that I care about and I give a fuck about. If you've listened this long, I love you so much, okay? Because I know it can be hard to follow me. I just keep going. I have no direction. I'm unmedicated, and that's why. And I don't plan to medicate. You know, keeps things fun and stressful, but fun. Thank you for listening to the first episode of No Shame with Nicholas James. I don't think I have an outro. Leave a review. I don't know. Can you do that? Leave a comment, like, subscribe. All right. Bye, freaky frogs.